I mean, but
I think Stephen is the same. He's arrogant. He's the same as Trump. It's just that he's a Democrat.
yeah, they're. I mean, nobody's guaranteed anything. But he really thinks he's guaranteed because hey, I mean, again, and like we said, it all depends on who runs against him. So
Jim, what do you think about the Department of War versus
I don't have a problem with it. That's what it used to be anyway. That's what it used to be. The name. I mean, it puts more teeth. Let me put it this way: if the Department of War from a optics standpoint has a lot more bite in it than the Department of Defense. So, I don't have a problem with it. It means we're serious. It's the Department of War. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem. Now, my problem is let's not start reading our own publicity. you know, let's not think we are invincible and we ain't thinking we got a Department of War now, rather than the Department of Defense. That part, yeah, I ain't too much for that. But yeah, we'll see. I think we.
when we take an oath to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Right.
It's a defense department. War almost means as though you're going to go out and be aggressive. And I think at one point, because some of the norms, that's what I keep talking about, that yeah, just because something was right at one time, when we go back, man couldn't sit in front of the bus. That means we go back to that.
That's
Because
true.
you said that that's what it was before. That was a reason that we changed.
But it does seem that we become feminized, even our military now. Yeah, in the last few decades, we feminized. We have cards now for our guys. If they got too much stress, we let them put the card up. We just,
I'm just talking about we start to change all these departments because we saying that we want to have this masculinity, we want to have bravado, we want to show people that, but everybody, but Putin, we talk a good game, but I'm going to solve this war one day. And this guy, bravado of this country.
Well, I'm going to talk about. I think that you have to be humble. Who said? Was it Truman or Roosevelt said? He said, "Walk soft, but carry a big stick." Yeah, and I think.
That's what Mandela said. America, no greater friend, no worse foe. I mean, so hey, I ain't but
yeah, and that's a position I think we should be in. Yeah, listen, it's an aggressive language. It's aggressive language, but I hope you don't. Listen, I don't know. Listen, I like the masculinity of our guys. I mean, that's why we got Rangers and 82nd Airborne. Even within the Army, we got units that are a little tougher than the rest of them. So yeah. I ain't like. Me too. Yep. All right. Thanks. Hello, Dolly. Welcome home, Dolly. It is nice to have you back where you belong. Well, hello, Dolly. Welcome home, Dolly. Oh, what's going on here? All right, guys. Wait a minute. I'll be right back. Well, I guess I'm live. I didn't mean to be live this early, but I guess it is. Well, I heard my little secret conversation there. Okay, we good. All right. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope this day seems to. I'm supposed to do this at 8:00, so y'all just hang loose for a minute there. And let me finish what I'm doing here, and I'll be back. Okay, never mind. Let us get to talking. I got a lot of things to talk about today anyway. Okay, so let's get started. Okay. All right. Where is my sound at? Okay, there we go. Okay, there's my sound. There's my sound. Okay. I don't know why that saying wants to change all the time. I do not deal. Okay. Okay. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Grateful
Good morning.
heart with such sweet ease.
Morning.
Thank you, Lord, for every breath I take, for the love
Yeah.
that heals, and the joy
8 o'clock is
you
new time.
make
Anyway,
in
good morning.
the
I'm Kevin Elton, and
tapestry
this
of life.
is
I see your grace.
this thing called decision, because everything we do in life requires us to make one. And even when we don't make one, well, we just made one. Anyway, next up, it's our daily bread. That's what we do. We do that around here because we need the word from on high to get our day started and everything like that, because you never know what the day brings. Okay? So hang loose and all that good stuff. And I shall return uno momento. All right? Just the thing loose. All right? Just and we'll be back. So. What did I do my thing here? There we go. There we go. Alrighty then. Pick up our daily bread, and we'll come back with other stuff. Hang loose. We shall return.
Each day I wake and I choose you in every heartbeat, in every prayer. Thankful for life and the love we share.
God is lovingly working toward restoration and joy in and through the pain of our lives.
Our daily bread.
Today's encouragement from the Our Daily Bread devotional was written by Monica Brands. Monica writes, I recently stumbled across some of my journals from college and couldn't resist taking time to reread them. Reading the entries, I realized I didn't feel about myself then the same as I do today. My struggles with loneliness and doubts about my faith felt overwhelming at the time, but looking back now, I can clearly see how God has carried me to a better place. Seeing how God gently brought me through those days reminded me that what feels overwhelming today will one day be part of a greater story of His healing love. Psalm 30 is a celebration psalm that similarly looks back with amazement and gratitude on God's powerful restoration. From sickness to healing, from threat of death to life, from feeling God's judgment to enjoying His favor, from mourning to joy. The psalm is attributed to David, to whom we owe some of the most pain-filled laments in Scripture. But David also experienced restoration so incredible he was able to confess, "Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning." Despite all the pain he had endured, David discovered something even greater, God's powerful hand of healing. If you are hurting today and need encouragement, recall those times in your past when God carried you through to a place of healing. Pray for trust that He will do so again.
Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Psalm 30, verses 1 through 12. I will exalt you, Lord, for you lifted me out of the depths and did not let my enemies gloat over me. Lord my God, I called to you for help, and you healed me. You, Lord, brought me up from the realm of the dead. You spared me from going down to the pit. Sing the praises of the Lord, you, His faithful people. Praise His holy name. For His anger lasts only a moment, but His favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. When I felt secure, I said, I will never be shaken. Lord, when you favored me, you made my royal mountain stand firm. But when you hid your face, I was dismayed. To you, Lord, I called. To the Lord I cried for mercy. What is gained if I am silenced, if I go down to the pit? Will the dust praise you? Will it proclaim your faithfulness? Hear, Lord, and be merciful to me. Lord, be my help. You turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy, that my heart may sing your praises and not be silent. Lord my God, I will praise you forever. That's today's scripture reading from Psalm 30, verses 1 through 12.
And now let's pray together. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you that we can come to you with our problems. We know you'll listen to us, Lord, and as we encounter trials and hardships that seem to overwhelm us, may we trust in what you've done for us before. We know that you care about us, Lord, and we rest in that love. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
And we
God is
are
lovingly
back.
working toward restoration and joy.
I got you. We're back, and of course now we honor our young men and women who serve our nation in armed forces, because that's an important thing. So our salute, SALUTE, salute to ARMED, Armed Forces, OFOR. Okay. So I should have had this, I should have had this up already. But however, I'm on a little early, so I'm trying to make a. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so let us have a salute to our armed forces, because without whom our freedom would be precarious at best. Okay, we wouldn't be sure about it one way or the other. And so if you have a young man or a young lady that's in our armed forces, I had, it's funny, last week at the when I was on site at the Veterans Wellness Center, I kept arguing with this woman, about whether or not men were stronger than women. Well, that's not true. Well, okay, she outranked me, so I just shut up, out of respect, because she got, I think she was E7 or something like that. I said, well, yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that biologically men are stronger than women. I mean, just because you join the military, it doesn't make you stronger. It just makes you, a female in the military. I don't know why women hate that word. It's okay to be the weaker sex. That's okay. We can live with that. We like it that way. As a matter of fact, I mean, we don't like getting a butt whooping by a guy, but hey, what would the world say? We all took butt whoopings by women. I'm just saying, it's okay to be weak. Not necessarily weak, but not as strong as men. That's why God made us different. Okay, we're different. We're not supposed to be the same. Okay? All right then. I don't know where she is this morning, but I liked her though, but she was all right. Anyway, so let us pay homage and a salute to our armed forces of these United States of America. United States Army.
always ready for the call. We place our trust in Thee. Through howling gale and shot and shell to win our victory. Semper Paratus is our guide, our pledge, our motto.
The United States Eagle Stars.
We're always ready to or die. I post country, fight for you. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high.
And of course, we will be remiss not to, after all, this is an Air Force town, so we gotta, get the Air Force some props here. So, good morning, Maxwell and Gunner. It's a great day to be the Blue.
For nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force.
And last but certainly not least,
The halls of
the United States Marine Corps. Number 5. Always great.
in the air, on land and sea. Which we fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor free. We are proud to claim the title of United
The Army's still getting down around here. Okay, that's enough. Okay, I love that. That motivates me every morning. I don't hear that enough because without them boys out there, trying to wear them uniforms and telling us going to places where we ask them to go, doing the things we ask them to do, and you do ask them by your vote. You do ask them. Okay, they doing it because you asked them to you voted for the presidents, the city councilmen, you voted for the state senators and the congressmen. I mean, so we they just do our bidding, but we ask these guys to go out there and put their butt on the line, especially airborne. You put your body through all kind of things and all. I mean, you asked it to, and it's the only. It seems to be. Now I could be wrong. It seems to be the only place in America now where you can be a man is in the Army. And even then, we a little bit confused. But thank God to Trump that we got rid of the whole transgender thing, because that was that the military was not a good place. Some women stronger than men intimidated by strong women. We're not intimidated by strong woman. No matter how strong a woman is, she'll never be a man. Okay. Now some of them look like men, and I feel you on that one. But we're not intimidated. We're just telling you biologically what is a fact. And the fact of the matter is that men are stronger than women 99% of the time. Okay. Now there are some women, but today, guess what? Because of the new operations that everybody got, we're not sure you were born a woman anymore. I'm just saying. Okay. But if you're born a female, then you naturally would be a little less stronger than men. Now, there's some wimpy guys too, and we really give them the blues. There's some wimpy guys. I mean, all guys can't pick up. Me, I'm not finna go out and pick up 500-pound them dumbbells. I'm not me. I'm not doing it. My son makes me look bad. Both of them. I went in the gym. I went on Maxwell one day to the gym, and I was gonna show my boy out how to pick up some weights. So he went over there and picked up some weights, and I'm thinking that must be light. And I went to pick him up. I couldn't even move him. So listen, but hey, he's young. Manuel's young. They young. They can pick up that stuff. I ain't trying to pick that stuff up no more. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, you didn't. Some women strong, men intimidated, but we're not intimidated. See, women, every time you bring this subject up, women think, this is women that text me. Women think that somehow we like being strong because we don't want to be intimidated. We're not intimidated. A real man is not intimidated by a woman. As a matter of fact, if he does happen to be with one that's stronger than him, then I'd say let her wash the car. I mean, something like that. I'm just saying. Anyway, so good morning, everybody. Now, the lessons of life today is this. Before I get to my thing, the lessons of life today is life. Well, it is like a football. Okay, a football team, a football game. You can be the best team on the field and still lose. You can do everything right out here in this real world. You can do everything right in this world and still not get the job. It is just part of life. It's like a football game. Like this weekend, some teams were winning. They won big time, but they didn't play anybody that was competitive with them. So therefore, like Auburn, okay, it was just I didn't kidding about that win. They played a high school team, okay. So that we put that one down as practice, okay. But you got to remember this. You got to remember this. You don't quit after one win. And you don't celebrate after you don't quit after one failure, one loss, and you don't celebrate after one win, because there are a lot of games to play. That's in life or on the football field. Okay, but one game, either way, does not make a season. Okay, so let's keep moving, let's keep going, and we'll be all right. But I'm saying Auburn shouldn't be celebrating. They should be thinking that they got a high school team this weekend. Okay, I'm just saying that wasn't. I don't. Notre Dame, Auburn, Alabama, Texas. Well, I don't celebrate when you win 72 to something. I mean, really, that means that was a practice. That's what that means. That means the competition. I celebrate you when you play somebody that actually can beat you, and you beat them. That's good. That's good. That's good ball right there. But this beating people by 72 to nothing. I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means they sucked really bad, and you didn't really win. They just lost. But anyway, and then I would anybody who gets beat 7 anybody who gets beat 72 to nothing or 72, whatever the case may be, what happens is that they need to put the whole second string. Make this weekend put the second string in the first string thing, because since they don't get to play much, they'll probably play a little harder. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, so now let me put something else for you, because you know times, right? Man can be more. Man, no, I didn't say that. No. I mean, did I say army? You said the only place where men. Well, when I say army, that means armed forces. Okay, yeah. And hey, listen, we know that the Marine Corps. Now, I love the Corps. The Corps don't play this mix the women with the men kind of thing. No. The Corps. Listen, I'm a Marine at heart. Okay, I am. I'm a Marine, but I just couldn't. Was the first win of practice? Well, yeah. Sometimes it is. It depends on who you're playing. It depends on who you're playing. But anyway, but hey, Willie, listen, I understand. Listen, the Corps is still in my heart. Okay, they really are. They got the best looking uniforms of all services ever. And I've been trying to figure out how to get one without getting a can of whoop ass open on me when I walk down the street in my uniform. Because see, somebody's gonna come up to me and say, "Well, who's the sergeant major of the Marine Corps?" Well, man, I would tell you, but it's a secret. Bam! Next thing I know, you get knocked out. Okay, anyway, who was the first a Medal of Honor winner in the Marine Corps? Okay, bam! I get knocked out again because I didn't have the answer. I don't know. So that's the only reason why I don't go out to the Army and Navy store and get me a Marine Corps uniform. Okay, because I wanted to be a Marine. But they wouldn't let a brother, and I know people don't believe, they would not let me be airborne in the Marine Corps because they said I was too short. So I had to go down. I had to go down the hall, and I saw the Rangers down there, and said, "That's what I want to be." So going through all that crap, yeah, I have no doubt in my mind I'd have passed I would have passed the Marine Corps muster. Yeah, I would have got it. Yeah, I would have got it. Then I could have had me one of them uniforms hanging up in my closet. But anyway, I don't have one anyway. So, we got to do our motivational thing today, which is it's a great day to be alive. And then after that, we'll come back and we will talk about the things of the day. The mayor was on someplace yesterday, and of course he, I might have started calling him Reverend Reed. Because Reverend Reed, I went to church yesterday, went back to my old church yesterday. Reverend Reed he likes to give sermons. And sermons are good. Because every once in a while you need a sermon. But Mayor, can we just be a little bit more concise about our answers and be quick about it? I understand. Yeah, I mean, when you ask one question, it takes you 20 minutes to answer the one question. I feel you. I feel you. Because he's defending the Democratic Party is what he's doing. Okay, the cities that all suck here, from Woofing up there and from Woofing in Birmingham to the guy in Chicago. I realize you're all Democrat Party, and you may be frat brothers. I don't really know. I never belonged to a fraternity, so I wouldn't know. I can't even spell fraternity, but I understand. I understand your heart's hurting right now because at least Montgomery is not one of them cities. Although some days. Some days we almost look like it. Well, all Democrats are Democrat shields. I mean, they don't see themselves doing anything wrong, and they just wrong as the day is long. But we'll get done with that. Again, we have I got a thing to play for you guys. Then we'll come back, and it's called "It's a Great Day to Be Alive," and it's a story about redemption, about how do you make it through. How do you make it through tough things and tough times and life because of our because of our weaknesses, our perceived strength and things of that nature. We are we kind of wrong sometimes. And life has a way of, I got to tell people, you cannot change nature. No matter what you think, you cannot change nature. Nature will get you back. Now, you can mess with it, but you cannot change it. So anyway, we'll come back. It's a great day to be alive. That's what's next. Let me make sure I put that up so y'all know what's coming. Okay. So anyway, and we'll get into some things today. I promise we're gonna talk about some things. Okay. It's a great day to be alive. Now I could actually listen to this every day. Every day I can listen to this because sometimes we need to be reminded that none of us have gotten where we are today without making mistakes along the way. None of us. Okay, we all made them. But I was telling Z the other day, I said, the best way to learn, the best mistakes to learn from is when you learn from somebody else's. Because when you make the mistake, it always costs you something. Okay? I'm just asking the question. So everybody, let us not be a pain in the butt and think we did it all by ourselves. One thing I am going to agree with Obama on, whatever you've done in life, whatever you have done, whatever you have accomplished, whatever it was, you got some help along the way. And when we begin to not remember those things, well, that is when we begin to lose focus. And that's when we begin to head back the same way we came. Okay, so let's not, okay, you didn't do it by yourself. Okay, somebody along the way, because Lord knows a lot of people helped me. Lord knows. So we'll be back right after this. It is a great day, an outstanding day, a stupendous day to be alive.
Grandmother became my first hero. Growing up, my grandmother never used an alarm clock. But every morning, my grandmother would wake up at 4:15. And at 4:16, her feet would hit the floor, usually right in front of my face. And that's what would wake me up. But I would lay there and I would pretend like I was still asleep because me and 4:15 really didn't get along. But Grandma would look at the back of my head. I could feel her staring at me. And then finally she would say, "Now, sugar, Grandmama know you ain't asleep." You just supposed to go on and get on up and get ready for school. And my grandmother was known for saying things that would kind of make you a little angry because they made so much sense and you couldn't argue with her. Parents, you know, there's things that when you become parents, you start to say to your own kids. Like my grandmother would say, now son, you knew when you laid down there last night that you had to get up this morning. I don't know why every single morning you lay there and act surprised. You ought to be thankful that the Lord saw fit to wake you up this in your right mind. But what my grandmother was encouraging me to do was simply to be grateful for the opportunity. In spite of all that I had been through in my life, she just wanted to make sure that I understood the opportunity that I've been given. My life got started, it was a little rough. It was a little rough start. I was born 2 months premature. My mother was walking up a flight of stairs, and she didn't know this at the time, but a woman she had an argument with earlier was standing above her holding a pot of boiling water. As my mom made her way up those stairs, that woman dumped that water onto my mom and sent her tumbling down the stairs and into premature labor. She received third-degree burns to over 25% of her body. And when we were finally allowed to leave the hospital, as you can imagine, my mom was in a great deal of pain. Those burns just barely missed her face and covered most of the front of her body. So when we got home, she began taking a heavy sedative, pain medication to help her recover. When she took that medication, it was very difficult for her to watch me, so I would bounce around a lot. I'd stay with my mom for a little bit, and then I'd go stay with grandma, and I'd stay with some neighbors, aunties, and then back to my mother's house. I did that for the first 3 years of my life. I was 3 years old, I was back at my mom's house, and I got into her purse, I found that medication, I swallowed everything in the bottle. When they found me, they rushed me to the hospital, and my heart would stop, and eventually I went into a coma. But because of that accident, because of that incident, the state of California, they did an investigation. And the conclusion that they came to was that it wasn't an accident. They removed me from my mother's home. I was made a ward of the state, and eventually I went into the foster care system. Shortly after I arrived to one of my foster homes, my foster mom, her name was Miss Alexander. Miss Alexander began locking me inside the closet with no light. She'd open the closet door, she'd kick me, hit me with a stick or a strap or whatever she had. It was while I was in that foster home that I was sexually abused for the first time in my life. And oftentimes people will ask, if that has to be the worst thing that could happen to someone. I have scars on my body that you can't see. I have a burn here on my hand that she put there with an iron. But all of that pain went away. The worst thing that Mrs. Alexander would do is she would open the closet door, she would stand over me, and she would say, "You're stupid and you ain't gonna never amount to nothing." And that hurt me more than any of the physical kicks or the physical pain because I believed it for a long time. I believed that I would never amount to anything, just like she said. I didn't know this at the time. I found out a little bit later, but my grandmother, my hero, she had started going back and forth to court, trying to prove that she could take care of an active, handsome little boy. And eventually the state of California, they granted her full custody of me. And I'll never forget standing on Miss Alexander's front porch waiting. She had my little belongings, everything that I had. I remember standing there, it may have only been a half an hour, but it felt like an eternity, and I can remember thinking maybe no one's coming. But after a while, at the end of the block, I see the ugliest car I've ever seen in my life. And the car pulls up right in front of the porch, and I remember all I could see are these two big glasses, bifocals. And I found out later that Grandma had glaucoma, she wasn't even supposed to be driving. But she gets out of that big car, and she's got on this white floppy hat with this, it was a flower right there in the middle. And I remember she had on this long white dress that came all the way down to her ankles. And I found out later that, that was Grandma's Sunday best. It was an outfit that she only reserved for special occasions. And I can remember for once in my life feeling like I was some special occasion. I remember jumping into Grandma's arms and squeezing her, and I remember her whispering and saying to me, "Everything's okay. You're family." And everything was okay, just like Grandmother said. And I had a lot to look forward to. I found out that my mom was going to court trying to prove that she could take care of me. And I can remember sitting there with my mother, and we talk, And we had a lot of different conversations. One thing I can remember saying, Mama, you know, one day when I get big, I'm going to buy you a nice house with a fireplace. I said, Mama, one day I'm going to buy you a nice car. Not like grandmama, so get you a nice one. But the truth is, I just really wanted to become a family again. And that's what I looked forward to. When I was 12 years old, I was asleep on my grandmother's floor. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. We get a knock on the door. And it was my mom's roommate. Miss Howell, come quick. Miss Howell was my grandma. She said, come quick, it's Ruth. Ruth was my mom. She said, I can't wake her up. I think she's dead. And I can remember laying on that floor, you know, kind of wishing it was, thinking, hoping that it was maybe a dream. But it wasn't. And that's how I found out that all the hopes and dreams and things that I had to look forward to weren't going to happen. I became very angry. I became confused. I was hurt. I didn't really understand what was happening. I started acting out, hanging out with the wrong people, breaking into houses, started stealing cars. I can remember not really caring what happened to me. I continued that behavior until I was 19. When I was 19, I found myself standing in front of a judge. I was handcuffed, had a chain around my waist, and my handcuffs were attached to that chain. The judge looked at me and says, the state of California sentences you to 15 years in prison for armed robbery and assault with a deadly weapon. That day, when that door closed behind me for the first time as a convicted felon, I remember standing in that empty cell. I remember my knees started to get weak and they started to shake uncontrollably. I collapsed and I fell to the floor and I just started crying alone. I can remember hearing voices. Heard the voice of my foster mom saying, you're stupid, you ain't gonna never amount to nothing. Heard the voice of family members and friends of family that said, that boy's gonna end up just like his father. My father was a career criminal, he died in prison. I can remember laying there thinking to myself that this is where I'm gonna die. But here's what happened that would change my life. Shortly after I arrived to that prison, there was an educator there. His name was Charles Lyles, 6'3", ex-Marine. And I don't know what it was about me, but every time he saw me, he'd say, hey, Mr. Humphrey. And he had this big smile on his face, a smile that my kids would say, that's creepy. But he smiled and he said, hey, Mr. Humphrey, how you doing? He always called me Mr. Humphrey. He gave me that respect. He walked into my cell. He looked at me and he said, Mr. Humphrey, he says, prison doesn't have to be your life. He says, you can get out of here and you can do great things. He started to walk away, and before he walked out of my cell, he turned around one last time and he says, Mr. Humphrey? I said, yes, sir. He says, I believe in you. He walked out of my cell. And if he had continued to stand there, he would have seen the tears running down my face because no one had ever said that to me. But I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to make some changes and I'm going to change my life. And a little over 4 years after the day I originally collapsed and fell to the floor, I walked out of that prison on parole. That was over 18 years ago. I've never been back other than to mentor and help other people. But here's what I know. I know that when you've had a rough life, when you feel unwanted, I know that when you have hopes and dreams and when you have things that you can look forward to and when you have people in place that support you and push you, I know that that gives you a reason to live. It is a great day to be alive. And that's something that I haven't always said, but now it's something that I say to myself every single day at some point. If I'm having a great day or a bad day, that's something that I say. But what I also understand is that what my grandmother was thanking her higher power for each and every day was for the opportunity that she'd been given. And she never missed an opportunity to tell anyone that would listen, especially me, it's a great day to be alive.
To be alive. It is a great day to be alive. If you can't say anything today at all, you have to be able to say that it's a great day to be alive because it absolutely is. It beats the alternative. Okay. Now I hope y'all listen to that. You didn't just hear it. You listen to it, because here's what I'm finding out, and I'm ashamed that I almost given up on some of these YNs. I don't know who came up with that word, but okay. I I I, I almost gave up on my YNs. Okay, I almost gave up on them because I just didn't see no hope. I don't know who came up with the YN thing though, and it's an A and not an ER. Okay, I'm just saying that. And they make you want to give up though. You know, you try to give them information and things like that nature, and they just kind of like ignore the hell out you, like we ain't ever did nothing before. But the YNs are wreaking havoc around the whole nation right now. But now I don't I maybe some maybe some YCs too. I don't know. I mean, whatever we want to call them. But anyway, somebody came up with that YN, so we can that way we can call you names on the Facebook without being banned. Okay, because the guy at the top up there, he don't know what a YN is. I mean, he just don't know. He just out there, yeah. What's a YN? Yeah, listen, I don't know. Yesterday's niece. I mean, I don't know, but we gonna let it slide 'cause we don't really know what it means. I think they got an idea now, though. I think they got an idea what it means. But anyway, so now I am proud to admit today. Now, well, you know what? I almost going to say we didn't have anybody killed this weekend, but we did. We had a professor up in Auburn killed by a guy from Montgomery. I mean, I, man, I don't know. What kind of mentality do you have to have? I can understand in war, in combat. The guy's trying to kill you, you're trying to kill him, all in the name of your country. Okay, so be it. Um, what kind of young man would do these things? What kind of people are these? You know what? I mean, I've been against the death penalty for a long time because I thought that I thought that if somebody if somebody kills somebody, then what makes us any less different if we kill somebody, they kill somebody. So I've been sort of anti death penalty. But I gotta tell you, I'm slowly but surely changing my mind. Um, because I don't understand how people can kill people. I just I just don't I don't get it. Maybe the governor had something to him. Maybe we do need 4,200 beds out there so we can put them in line. I mean, I don't know. I mean, and I'm not necessarily a death penalty proponent, but are there some people in this world just need to be let go? We can't do nothing with them. We can't do nothing about them. They just they just they just ruined. Um, I don't know. It's a tough word. I mean, because I was all ready to celebrate no killings all day. So I just don't know. I just don't know. It seems like former President Biden has had an operation on his head or something like that. Maybe they turned him into a Republican or something. I'm not sure. Now the Republicans won't take him, but we wish him the best because he is a former president of the United States, and we must give him that honor. Although I don't think he remembers it, but I think that we all at least give him that honor to acknowledge a former chief executive. Has had operations for something. They're not telling us what it is, and even when they tell us what it is, that's not what it is in anyway. Okay. Also, I see Perry Hooper's back in the newspaper these days, congratulating the mayor of Mayor Stone of Pike Road. Pike Road is an unusual geographical town. It 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 it's it comes through near Wind Lake, cuts off right there, goes out by Pike, not Pike Road. It goes out by Troy Highway, and it's. I mean, it's like you want to talk about redistricting. Pike Road is one of them places that we just came up with something. We just took a map and just took a pen and drew something there because that's whew, there's no There's no cohesiveness. It looks like, at least from a geographical standpoint, there's no cohesiveness to Pike Road. I mean, we just make cities around here because we just get tired of. I mean, I think Capitol Heights ought to be its own city. And so what I need to do is get the people together in Capitol Heights, and we just make our own city. We'll just call it Capitol Heights. Okay, I mean that's we charge our own taxes. We have our own police force over here and stuff like that. Okay, what y'all think? I mean, everybody else is making their own town now. I mean, we got towns in this state that with 300 people in. How can you have a town with 300 people? That won't even fill a gymnasium at a high school. I don't know. Everybody wants their own town, and Atlanta and Birmingham are they're no longer cities. They're downtowns because everybody who's associated with it has got the hell out of there. You know, they come up with their own. They've come up with their own city, their own towns, whatever the case may be. They just couldn't take it no more. Atlanta, really, Atlanta's downtown. I've never seen a city with so many cities around it that used to be part of it. And Birmingham's going the same way. Okay, I mean, you got Bessemer, you got Hoover, you got, I mean, all that's one city. You know, they got other places too, Inslee, all these places, you know, and it all cannot be because of YNs. Okay, it can't be. It's just, okay, maybe it could be. I'm not sure. But anyway, good morning, everybody. And well, listen, I don't normally do sports things right here. Well, let me tell you what the weather is. I don't normally do sports things, but I was going to update you guys on the on the rankings right now. Notre Dame's still in there because they didn't lose this weekend only because they didn't play. Okay, so that's good. So I'm good with that. Okay, Notre Dame did not lose because they did not play. Did Alabama win? Yeah, Alabama won something, but they wasn't that. I wasn't impressed because we don't play anybody. You know, as a matter of fact, those ought to be called scrimmages. I mean, they should be. They should be called scrimmages because, well, because that's what they are. They're scrimmages. That's not really. Those are not really games. Those are practice squads. Matter of fact, they should have had that. They should have had that the first weekend. Okay, not the second one. Because we already seen what you're made out of now. Okay, and if that coach and if that coach at Notre Dame and Alabama, if they want to be there next year, we better have a winning season this year. We better not only go to a bowl, we better be in the hunt for the national championship. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. You know, it is absolutely gorgeous outside right now. It is, according to my weather report here, it is 67 degrees outside. Boy, that's good stuff. Also, today, there's a 6% chance of precipitation. Overcast skies, high around 85 degrees, winds east-northeast at 5 miles per hour. On tonight, we got a low tonight of 66 degrees with a 1% chance of rain or precipitation, whatever the case may be. Partly cloudy, low 66. On tomorrow, it's looking pretty good. 1% chance of precipitation, a high tomorrow of 86 degrees. On partly cloudy, high, winds east-northeast at 10 miles per hour. I mean, does anybody really care what direction the wind is blowing? Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I just want to know that it's blowing. I don't really care which way the wind is blowing. I don't even know why they waste our time telling us which way the wind's coming. We can't see it. I mean, we can't do nothing about it. I mean, I guess if you're an airplane pilot, though, I guess, are you a paratrooper? Okay, the wind may mean something, but you still got to jump. Okay, so you know the wind's got to be awfully high for them not to make you jump. So anyway, so much for that. So now I've been on a tangent lately, and I want you guys' opinion on this. I've been on a tangent lately. Okay, Capitol Heights was once its own city. When did that happen? Not since I've been in the last 35 years. Of course, they do call it Capitol Heights, something for a reason. Okay, so I guess they asked to be part of the city, I guess. Okay, I don't know. Here's another Democrat. It's sad we don't spend that kind of money to help the people in our society, but we do spend money to help people in our society. We spend oodles and oodles of money. We give food stamps. We give Social Security. We give SSI. Well, Social Security, we work for that. But we get SSI. SSI when you think you're sick and you convince the doctor that you got an ailment, and so they give you money. We do spend money. Now, do we spend it? Do we spend it because of some of these people really need it? Probably not. But we spend. I mean, how much money should we spend? Why don't we just? Okay. I got a plan. I got a plan. Okay, and I've had this plan for a while. So since I'm going to run for office next year, I'm going to put this plan out there then. So here's what we do. Everybody in America that is born gets $1 million credit card. Everybody. Everybody gets $1 million credit card. Okay? And that's all the money you're ever going to see in your life. Okay? Now, don't you know that if we gave everybody $1 million card at birth, we call it the birth card. Okay, so I got the gambler's card now, and now we got the birth card. You got $1 million on this thing. Your kids, if you got 8 kids, you get $8 million. Okay, whatever. If you got 5 kids, you got $5 million. Because okay, how much you want to bet if we gave everybody $1 million card when they are born? They'll still go broke. Because it's not the money. It's the attitude that goes along with the money. Yeah, if everybody, because then everybody would start the same place. And some people that are smart will figure out how to get somebody else's money because it was free. And people who get free money don't mind giving money away because they didn't work for it. They didn't work for it. So therefore, it really is not their money because nothing is yours unless you work for it. Okay. I'm just saying, so let's stop with the whining about, spend their money on everybody. They do spend money on everybody. Okay. We help people with rent. We give Section 8. We give SSI. We give Social Security to people sometimes who don't even never even work for it. We do. We give welfare. We give food stamps. As a matter of fact, we give so many food stamps away. Now we got to tell people what they can spend it on because they don't be spending on the things that they need. They're spending on the things that they want. Okay. And which, hey, nothing wrong with that. I guess. But so she must be a Democrat. She's got to be a Democrat. I mean, really? It's sad we don't spend money on that kind to come on, help the people in our society. Really? Seriously? I mean, really? You really believe that crap? Of course we help people in our society. Our churches, this weekend I went to a food bank with somebody. We give away food. We help people with their utility bills. Now I will say one thing. I think Alabama Power makes too much money off of poor folks, but we're gonna leave that one alone since I can't get anybody to talk about Alabama Power. So I guess everybody's getting some people in this audience gets money from Alabama Power every time they raise the bill up. So okay, listen, you got all right to invest your money wherever you want to invest your money. But the Alabama Power gets its money from the poor folks, a lot of poor and businesses too. I would imagine businesses pay the preponderance of the. Well, no, they're probably down, but I know Meta, which is going to open up pretty soon out here in was that South Montgomery? They're going to be using a whole lot of power, and I did ask the mayor one day, and I'm trying to figure out if the citizens of Montgomery going to supplement and help pay that power bill that Meta is that part of the deal why they're coming here. Okay, and I hadn't really got the answer yet. I wanted from that situation, but Meta, these places like this, they're going to use a lot of electricity, and I just want to make sure that my bill don't go up because Meta, who making all kinds of money, is going to be out there. That's all, and I sure be glad when FedEx gets to town, so I need a job. I went out there. Oh, guess what? Ow! I got my Uber certification yesterday. Okay. I can now do Uber. So don't be surprised if you, okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm either going back to computer service, my computer business, or I'm going to do Uber. Okay, I'm just so don't be surprised if I show up with my Uber sign on my car. But the first time I get robbed, I'm done. Okay, and if I make it through that robbery, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. But I like to meet people, and Uber is a good way to meet people and get paid. I'm just thinking, like this is cool. I did do DoorDash. I did DoorDash for one day. I worked 4 hours for DoorDash, and I made $12. I said, listen, that's not even the gas that I had to use to do this stuff. So I didn't do I didn't do DoorDash. DoorDash, I can't do it. Now, just in case you want to know, not FedEx, Amazon has something called Amazon Flex, and where they let you use your car, and if you need a job, now they don't have any spaces in Montgomery right now, but they got this job. If you go online, you download the Amazon Flex thing, and you can use your own car, and you can deliver little small packages for people and get paid. I'm just thinking, I think I might try that next. But I did put it in, but they kind of like turned the brother down. Well, they didn't turn me down. They said all the spots in Montgomery were filled. Okay, so okay then. Uh-huh. What did I say? Now you got to remove some computer screens and keyboards yeah, from your car. That's true. That's true. I gotta empty the back the back the thing back there. But I'm gonna try it anyway, just to see if I like it, and if I meet if I meet some interesting people, we'll put them on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try that. I'm only gonna work 4 hours today though, and I don't work on Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays. Okay, unless there's a lot of money involved. But other than that, I go to church on Sunday. Okay, every other Sunday. But yeah, but I need a job. I got to find something to do because retirement sucks. I haven't retired yet, but I was thinking about it. But I'm just thinking, what do you do when you retire? What do? You sit home and wait to die. I mean, so why do I want to do that for? Okay, I don't want to cut grass. I don't want to plant flowers like a lot of women, old folks do. They plant the flowers in the thing and watch the flowers grow. Well, okay with that. You can't make no money doing that though. But I tell you what I do like. Uh, One of my good friends here, Donald Jenkins, we used to always talk about tiny homes. And now I like some of them things. Now, according to the Japanese, they got these homes now you can have shipped to America, put on the ground, ready to move in. They're modular homes, and like for $5,000, you can buy a house. I'm gonna check that out and see if that's true. Because if that's the case, then that's good. And of course, it's got 2 rooms in it. It's got like a bedroom, a kitchen, small stuff. But who needs? I mean, this room right here. This could be my old house right here. I don't need much room except for my computer. I need at least 2 rooms. I got to work if I'm going to work on computers and stuff like that. I got to have a place to put my stuff. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, so I think my phone is working. So if anybody out there's got anything they want to say, they feel free to. Kevin, I never known that my Capitol Heights though was its own little area for a long time. So he said that's an historic marker beside the big church in Capitol Heights that explained the history. I don't know. I didn't know that too. Yeah, but that don't mean that Capitol Heights was. I mean, it could be an area of distinction in the city, but I don't think Capitol Heights was its own city. Its own was it? I mean, doesn't make sense. It ain't that big of a place. But then again, neither is Pike Road. But I don't know. I don't know that. We'll check that out. So anyway, yeah. Is my number? Let me see if my number working. Because see, y'all got to keep me company here, so I'm gonna go to sleep. Where's my thing here? Where is? Oh, there's my phone right there. I just want to make sure my phone's working. Because y'all might be. See, here's my phone. I got my phone right here. So right here. Right there. It's my phone. Okay. So only someone who doesn't appreciate the beauty of flowers would say that. Yes. Well, again, listen, I'm not a flower man. Okay. I'm not a flower guy. Listen, after being in the field in the army, they all look like weeds to me. So something to crawl on. Okay. I'm not a flower man. I don't. Now I do like roses. I like the way. I like the way. Oh, okay. So I guess the phone. Right. Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Calvin?
How you doing, man?
Did the football team win this weekend? First of all.
Well, we didn't play. Notre Dame didn't play.
Y'all didn't play.
They got they got played last week, so they took this week off.
Okay. Alabama's so proud, man.
They didn't beat nobody.
They beat a high school team, and they say they're back now.
I know.
They all of a sudden they
beat a high school team, and now they're back. Yeah,
oh.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Kevin. The job report came in Friday.
I saw
Your president, is he gonna fire everybody else now since he fired this other lady for being loaded last time? Is he gonna fire everybody else this time? What? You gonna sweep?
Well,
you gonna clean house? Is he gonna clean house and replace all his with cult members?
Well, if you don't get the job done, you need to be gone.
It ain't no Trump's job is to create the jobs and get the economy going and everything. He's on the water on all of it.
Well, first
he more focuses. He focuses his attention to the Mexicans and the Negroes. That's what he's focusing on instead of doing his job.
Now let's get this straight. The president doesn't create jobs. What the president does and the Congress does, what they're supposed to do, is create. Wait a minute, is create an environment by not taxing the hell out of people, so they want to invest in jobs, okay, and in businesses. So the president doesn't create jobs. That's civilians do that.
But he claimed that he was going to do all this they want, Kevin. Come on now. Well, he said he was going to do this. He said, I am the president. I'm in charge of everything. I'm going to get these numbers up and everybody going to be happy. Okay. I think, are you better off than you was 6 months later? Now, let me get it right. Are you all better off right now than you was 6 months in the past, sir? 6 months ago?
Well, I'm about to say.
Are your items that you going to buy in the store cheaper than it was 6 months ago?
Again, the president doesn't have anything to do with that.
No, he said that he was going to bring it down. I'm going by what came out of his mouth. He gave me the impression that he had this right here.
Right, but hyperbole is hyperbole. Okay?
He lied to you. In other words,
well,
who get blamed? Who get blamed when it doesn't go good when you're in the White House?
Now, again, I hear you. Again,
answer that question. Who's in charge?
The president theoretically is in charge of the executive session of a house. Now, he has a lot.
Doesn't he take credit for when it's going good?
Well, that's true. But so don't you.
Okay.
Don't you?
Okay. So why did he fire this lady then if he wasn't in charge?
Well, again, I mean, he.
Come on now.
These are policymakers, okay?
These are policymakers. If he wasn't in charge, why did he fire the lady?
Because
when the job report came in low last time.
Because she worked for the executive branch, and if they were going to come in low, then he should have been made aware that the jobs were going to come in. He found out the same way we did on TV. And if I had found out on TV and I'm paying you all this money to work,
what has he been doing, Kevin, to make it better though?
Well, he's trying to lower our taxes, my friend.
No. He's been trying to send everybody out of the country and then sending how many people in Georgia over there? 400 something people.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
So you sending all the workforce away.
But
how your numbers gonna be up?
Wait a minute. You just said something here. Why in the world do we need a workforce from other countries because our people won't work? That's probably the problem right there. Huh?
Well, I thought he sent all these people away.
I mean, why? But why would he have to do that?
I understand they're back now. Half of them back now for some reason because he.
Okay, you're back. Okay, so
300 of them back. So. Now, see what I'm saying though. But at the end of the day, Kevin, who's in charge? Trump.
Well, I mean, he's
Trump. Trump is the president. He's trying to blame Biden for everything. Hell, Trump, you're the president, so do your job, son, and bring these numbers up. Yeah. But his approval rating is low, and inflation is high.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Do you expect him to undo 4 years of trifling policy.
It was no. Biden didn't have Biden had a good economy going on. Biden had a good economy. Obama had a good economy going on there when he was in the White House. So don't give me this bull crap, dude.
Biden didn't know what room he was in. So,
but on Trump watch right now, he can't get it done.
Well, I'm all right.
I went in Lowe's and Home Depot the other day, man, and everything steady going up. The girl on the aisle changed the damn prices every other day.
Okay. Well,
so
let me ask
what is your president doing for you and me?
Wait a minute. Did you ask them why the prices keep going up? Did you ask the people?
I asked her. Yes, I did.
What did they tell you?
They said because of the tariffs and all that crap Trump got going on, making everything go up.
Okay. And again, you don't.
So this Trump White House. Okay. So Kevin, your man not getting the job done, so we need to kick his ass out of there because he more focusing on the Negroes and the Mexicans.
Yeah, he got 3 more years, so we good.
He ain't gonna last that long because his own party gonna put him out of there because they tired of him running everything else. Because number one thing was the economy when he ran, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like the last thing. Huh? Okay. Talk to me, Kevin. You can't defend him on this right here. You cannot do it, sir. You have a good day, sir.
Yeah, I'm all right with him. Again, the guy's been in office 6 months. Well, how many months now? He got in office in January the 6th, January whenever day it was. So this is the January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Okay, so he's been in office for about 8 months. Okay, really? Okay, and he's supposed to undo all the things that happened in the last 4 years or so. That's his job, is to undo that. Okay, and I think that's kind of unfair. But then again, though, when you want the big house, that comes with it. I'm with you. That comes with it. But Trump is a little bit hyperbolous. He exaggerates a little bit. So that's okay though. That's all right. That's all right. We're gonna see what happens. Okay. I put you this way. I do believe. Now, this is what I believe. I do believe because of his policies, in the next couple of years, we are going to have a resurgence of our economy. But you know what? It's like building a building. One building can stand there forever. You tear it down. Then as you're building another house, it looks kind of bad. But when the house is built, nobody is going to remember. Right. Nobody's going to remember what it looked like when we tore the other one down. And like Gary says, 9% inflation is a good economy. So I'm with you on that one. Okay. What happened in your thoughts about the Hyundai Ice Red? Yeah, again, I'm against this. I'm just. Trump. Listen, this part of his policy, I just don't like. I just don't like us going around people just working, because if we could find now, if somebody told the president, well, we can't get a job at Hyundai, we can't get a job at Kia, we can't get a job because everybody out there is a illegal immigrant, then I have something to worry about. But I'm telling you, people are not. Nobody's complaining about not being able to get a job. So these people evidently, I just don't like this. This is not America. I'm only thinking the only people, since we let everybody in, that should be made to go back to wherever they're from is those that involve themselves in criminal activity. Yeah, put them on a bus, okay, with Gus, take a little spam, Sam, whatever, and there are 50 ways to leave the United States. Put them on the bus, Gus. Okay, anyway, so I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, these people just working hard, and it is not American to do this. And although now that's the one thing me and the president, and he don't really care if I disagree or not. Matter of fact, somebody send me the number to the White. Let me call the White House. Okay, that's what I'm going to do right now. Somebody text me the number to the White House, and I'm going to call the White House right now and explain to them what my position is. So you can text me 9. Okay, wait, hold. Here's what you do. Okay. Text me the number Okay, and I'm gonna call the White House. Y'all gonna hear me? Okay, I'm gonna call Senator Tuberville's office. Send me somebody's number in Washington D.C. and I'm gonna call them right now because I don't like this. Okay, send me a number here. 334. What is my number? 334 922 3030. Okay, I'm just gonna do it right now. I'm gonna call them right now. So y'all just text me somebody's number, Tuberville or who the hell? Oh, Katie Britt. Yeah. Okay. Anybody got Katie Britt's number? Her office up there. I'll call her. I'll call them. All right. Yeah. I'm just gonna go. Y'all just give me the number. Let me call DC or their local office, and somebody text me the number. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just have to give a piece of my mind this morning because I do not like the way we're doing these people. If Americans would go to work, we wouldn't have to do this. We wouldn't have to do this. But these people come over here just working their butts off. They're not robbing anybody. They're not stealing from anybody. They are working. Matter of fact, they are the example of what we used to be as a nation. Okay, hard work, dedication, discipline, and these people have it. So somebody send me a number, okay? So I can just call the people up there, okay? Now I'm gonna wait right here. Y'all think I'm lying? Give me Katie Britt. Somebody get me Katie Britt's number. Y'all, my producer, Katie Britt's number or Tuberville's number, and I'm gonna call the officers right now and let them know how I feel about this. And I know both of them. So y'all just, and they don't really care what I think, but I'm gonna talk for the regular people, okay? So where's the number? I'm looking for the number. Somebody text me the number. Okay, so y'all not serious about this then. Okay, I'm just thinking. Okay, somebody text me the number. Let's see if did somebody text me the number? Okay, I don't see the number. Okay, I'll wait for it. I'm gonna call Senator Britt, or how about the White House? Yeah, how about the White House? Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Okay, 456-1111. Huh? The switchboard. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see if I can get through. 202. Okay. 456. Okay. 456. Okay. 1414. Okay. 1414. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I am going to call them right now and see what happens.
For quality and training purposes, this call may be monitored but will not be recorded.
Okay. I got you.
The White House.
Is this the White House?
Yes, how may I help you?
Yeah, can you get me to Senator Britt's office or Senator Tuberville?
You would have to call 202.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on a second. 202,
224.
Okay.
3121.
So what do you do up there in the White House?
This is directory assistant, sir.
You like your job?
I won't complain.
Hey, that's a good way to keep your job. See you later.
Thank you.
She didn't sound too motivated though, did she? You like your job? Well, yeah, I guess. Anyway, no, let me call. Okay, so we got 202. See, y'all think I be joking. 224. 3121. 3121. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind this morning. Okay, now. Okay, we got him. We got the number. So give me the right number. Okay.
Capital Brother, may I help you?
Hey, I'm looking for Senator Tuberville or Senator Britt's office.
One moment, please.
Thank you. Of course, she didn't tell me who she's going to send me to. Okay. Don't you know I would if I could? Come on now. Somebody answer the phone. It's late up there. It's 10 o'clock almost in Washington, D.C. Don't tell me they ain't got to work yet.
Hi, this is Coach Tommy Tuberville. Thank you for calling my Washington, D.C. office.
Yeah.
Every day, it's a privilege to serve as Alabama Senator and fight for our shared American values.
Okay.
I look forward to hearing your comments and hope you'll leave a message. God bless.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hey, Coach, this is Kevin Elkins. We've met on many occasions in Montgomery, and I'm somewhat perturbed by the way we are doing our illegal alien friends. I know they're kind of here illegally, but taking trucks and vans around this nation, putting people in back of these trucks who only here to work. They just work. They don't rob anybody, at least not that I know of, and all of these things. So this is Kevin Elkins. You know me from the talk shows in Montgomery, and we don't like this. I know you're running for governor soon here, so you need to come on the pod. We do a podcast now. You need to come on the podcast and talk to us. Now, if you need to, you can call me back directly, but you probably won't. Your boys probably will. That's okay. So anyway, and I'm gonna call Senator Britt, and we're gonna have this conversation. We look like Nazis, putting people and by the hundreds in vans all over this country because they're here illegally. Okay, now I feel like they did come here illegally, but if they're not out robbing, stealing, if their only crime is wanting to survive in a country where we sell the dream, now y'all, we becoming a nightmare to them right now. Okay, I'm just asking it. So now I hope to hear from you. And my number is 334-922-3030.
You have reached the maximum length for a recording.
Okay.
To send this message, press pound or hang up. To play it, 3. To re-record it, 4. To add, your message has been sent.
Okay. All right.
If you would like to try an extension, you may do so now.
I'm good. Okay, so I left a message with Senator. Now I'm going to call Britt's office. Okay, so now I'm going to call, what's Britt's office number? Okay, 202, okay. So we're going to get them. 202, 224, 3121. Okay, 3121. Because I really don't like the way we're doing this. Okay, I really don't. I don't like.
Which are you trying to reach? You can say senator or representative.
Senator.
To reach your senator, tell me your state or your 5-digit zip code.
36107.
I couldn't find a match. To reach your senator, tell me your state or your 5-digit zip code.
36107.
I'm sorry, I was unable to help you today. Please hold for a Capital Switchboard operator.
You mean I don't have no representation? No wonder they don't pay me no attention. Okay then.
Capital operator.
Hey, I'm looking for Senator Katie Britt's office. If you have a number for me. Or you can just transfer me there if you want to. Hey, maybe they're not got to work yet. It's 10 o'clock. You would think they would be at work by now.
You have reached the office of Senator Katie Britt of Alabama. After the tone, please leave your name and callback number. Your call will be returned as soon as possible. Thank you.
Okay, Senator Britt or her representative, I'm pretty sure that you're probably not listening to this message, but this is Kevin Elkins in Montgomery. We've met a few times. The most important talk show host in Montgomery. Well, actually, the most important podcast in Montgomery right now. Just wanted to tell you that I'm somewhat dismayed and disappointed in the way we are treating people who come to this country. Yes, although they are illegal. Rounding them up and putting them in in cages of sorts, and their only crime, okay, their second crime, but their only crime is coming over here illegally, but they're working their butts off. Now, if you could figure out how to get some of these Americans to get up and go to work, then we would have some. If Americans were complaining that they can't get a job because of that, then I would say I'll see your way a little bit. Anyway, my number is 334-922-3030. Okay, and let's talk about this on the air one day on the podcast, because I got heartburn with this one. I don't like the way it reminds me what the Nazis did to the Jewish people back in the day. Because I wasn't back in those days, but I was close to them. All right, Kevin Elkins, you remember. Anyway, what office you going to run for next? See ya. Okay, so see, I left a message with Katie Britt and Tumberville. Now, the chances of them actually hearing this is probably slim to none. But however, it is an election. It is an election next year for Tumberville. Yellow. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing
good
morning.
Good.
How you doing? I'm doing pretty good.
Why didn't you call the president number? You had the White House actual number. I'm beginning to believe everybody's together.
Oh, that was
Trump.
Oh, that no.
That first number was the actual White House number. That first number.
Well, that woman didn't say she didn't say White House.
You said you called the second number. That first number was the White House number.
202.
The second number was the Capitol operator.
Hold on. Let me see this. But wait a minute now. Let me get that thing again, because I thought I thought I did call the White House. You're right.
No, you didn't. You called the second number.
Well, send me that number back. Send me their number back only, and I'm gonna call them. I might as well get my voice known all over. I'll probably have the Secret Service at the house in a minute.
That's right. Because y'all scared of it.
I scared.
Look,
yeah.
Anybody say anything about it? You either file, call them stupid, or tell them they separate.
Well, listen.
I don't understand. This is my point. I have a thing about this. Do it to others as you would have them doing to you.
Right.
Even 3 people you should be afraid of: God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Everybody else is up for grabs. Anybody stand up in your face tell you separate, you're no account.
Oh, I know. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so
same thing back to you.
Wait a minute. The 202.
Okay. Goes both ways.
So the 202-456-1111. That's the White House.
That's what the White House number.
All right. Well, let me call him.
All them one.
Okay, I didn't know that. All right. I'll see if Trump will talk to me. See you later. Okay, let's see if he'll talk to a brother. Okay, so that's 202. Mm-hmm. I'm calling the White House. I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind. 4, 5, 6. Now, once my number comes up twice, they're probably going to trace the number. 1414. 1414. Now, who should I ask for? That's the question. Who should I ask for? So I know I ain't gonna talk to the president, but who in on that cabinet is has something directly or indirectly to do with this sending people home? And Gary says, if illegals want to stay in your house, it is okay as long as they're working. That's too simplistic of an answer. That's too simplistic of a response. We can't find people to go to work around here. Do you believe that if we can find people to go to work, that all these people wouldn't be working? Okay, how many of us? I'm in the store the other day. Oh, Stephen. Okay, good. Okay, I'll talk to Stephen Miller, see if I can get him. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can find him. Okay, because somebody need to answer the question. I'm reaching out for
quality and training purposes.
you guys.
This call may be monitored but will not be recorded.
The White House.
Hey, I'm looking for Mr. Stephen Miller's office.
Sir, the nature of the call.
The nature of the call? I got some complaints. But not really.
Okay.
I got a suggestion.
Okay, one moment, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got past the first
Thank
one.
you for calling the White House comment line.
Oh, crap.
All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers. Please continue to hold.
Okay, I'll hold.
If you would like to avoid the wait, press 1 to record your message.
Oh, no, I want to talk to somebody live. I want to talk to a real person. Oh, no, where's this music come from? Boy, I got nowhere to go.
All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers.
Okay.
Please continue to hold.
You are currently caller number
19.
in line.
19. Well, in Washington, D.C., they ain't got many people calling them. It's going to get to the bottom of some of this stuff.
All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers. Please continue to hold.
You are currently caller number
17.
Oh,
in line.
I'm moving up. Okay, I'm moving up. I'm good. I'm moving up. Okay.
All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers. Please continue to hold.
You are currently caller number
14.
Okay.
in line.
Somebody said, leave a message, not a story. That's what they doing, them people. Next thing you know, you're back out there in them fields. And I'm not picking tomatoes. That ain't going to happen.
All comment line
I can't
volunteer
do the tomato
operators
thing.
are currently assisting other callers.
Although
Please
yesterday,
continue to hold.
You are currently caller number
13.
okay.
in line.
Although yesterday I did have me some good watermelon, okay? And I was thankful for the brother who picked it because it was heavy. Okay, I'm waiting for people to come to the White House now. Now, if somebody's got Stephen Miller's cell phone number, I wouldn't mind having it.
All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting
I was
other
13.
callers.
I was 13.
Please continue to hold.
You are currently caller number
12.
Okay, I
in
keep
line.
moving up. So I'm just going to wait a minute here. Somebody said, leave a message, not to tell a story. Yeah, but see, I want to continue the show, but I can't do that because, I can't now. I want to let me get it. Oh yeah, there it goes right there. Yeah. Okay, don't let me turn it down though.
Are currently assisting other callers. Please continue to hold.
You are currently caller number
10.
Okay,
in
so
line.
Okay, we good. We can't turn it down though because it's online. So I just can't. So I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes. But I started at 19 it was 5 minutes ago, and now I'm at 12 or something like that, 11 or something like that. So we're moving up. We're moving up. See where I am now.
All comment line volunteer operators are
Okay.
currently assisting other callers.
Okay,
Please
move on.
continue to hold.
Well, listen.
You are currently caller number 10
Okay, so I'm
in
number 10.
line.
And while we're waiting on this, since we talked about football a little while ago, Ohio State's number 1, Penn State's number 2, Georgia's number 3, LSU's number 4, Oregon's number 5, Miami, Texas, Notre Dame is number 8, Illinois is number 9, 10 is South Carolina, Clemson, Florida State, Ole Miss, Iowa State, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Alabama's at 18. Can't believe it. I'm surprised they made it to that, number 18. And Indiana, my home team, is 19. Okay, Notre Dame's still ahead of Alabama, even though we lost one. What'd that tell you?
Please continue to hold.
You are currently caller number 8
Number
in
8.
line.
Okay. Also, Texas Tech is 20, Utah is 21, Michigan is 22, South Florida is 23, Arizona State, and BYU is number 25. Okay, that's good. I can live with that. That's good.
All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers.
Mm-hmm.
Please continue to hold.
You are currently caller number 7 in line.
All right, that's good. Alabama football domination of Louisiana Monroe enough to move. It shouldn't have been. They didn't play nobody. And again, we got some bad news. Somebody died in the fire over the weekend. I'll tell you about that in a second. A 56-year-old young man. His name is William T. Rohan. Unfortunately, our prayers go out to his family and his friends. Sorry about that. And again, a young man from Montgomery killed a retired Auburn professor in Keeso Park, wherever that is in Auburn. What a shame. Yeah, according to the newspapers, Harold Rashad Dabney III is charged with 2 counts of capital murder after a former Auburn professor was found dead in Keeso Park on Saturday afternoon. And he's from Montgomery.
Volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers.
Mm-hmm.
Please continue to hold.
You are currently caller number 4.
Okay,
in
number
line.
4. Okay, so I can't be hanging up anymore after this because I'll mess around and miss the call. So y'all just hang loose, and I'll be right back. I'll get it from the top line and then hang the phone up.
All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers. Please continue to hold.
You are currently caller number 4 in line.
All right, I'm getting there. I am there. See that sign that back of me right there? The first sign is the United States Army. I'm a soldier. The second sign is a paratrooper, which means that I am tougher than most soldiers. Okay. I don't back down.
All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers. Please continue to hold.
Where's my place?
You are currently caller number 2
Okay.
in line.
Yes. I'm number 2 right now. All right. Here comes the heat. I'm bringing the heat. I am bringing the heat, baby. I am bringing the heat. Who am I supposed to ask for again? The senior.
All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers.
Okay.
Please continue to hold.
Now, who's that guy?
You are currently the next
Wait a minute.
caller
in line.
Okay, Stephen Miller. That's what I'm looking for. I know. First, wasting time down a rabbit hole. Hey, Stephen Miller, senior policy advisor. Well, there's one thing that surely happen if you don't do nothing. Nothing. Okay.
All comment line
Here we go.
volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers.
Mhm.
Please continue to hold.
Okay.
Good morning, White House comment line. May I take your brief comment for the president?
Oh, well, I was looking for Stephen Miller, so I don't assume that I could reach him from here.
No, sir. This is a comment line. All I can do is take your comments down and pass them along.
Okay. Oh, well, here my comments is I don't like the way we're doing the illegal aliens. I mean, they are here illegally, but you know what? They're just working, and I just think we ought to have we ought to have a better way of doing it because it looks bad. The optics look bad of putting people in the back of a truck. Kind of reminds me of what I used to watch Hitler do, and so we don't want to look that way. I'm just saying that's just my thought on the matter.
All righty. I have that comment down, and I will pass that along.
Shall I give you my number so you can call me back?
No, sir. I can't take personal information on this line. You can write in if you want.
Oh, no. That goes in the trash.
Okay.
That goes in the email trash. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Do you have a number I can reach where I can reach Stephen Miller?
No, sir. I do not.
Okay. Well, thank you for answering our calls, even the crazy ones. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Mhm.
Bye-bye.
So I waited all that time just to make a comment? Really? The man said, going down a rabbit hole. Man, I need a number. Okay, I need somebody's number. Let me see. Can I find Stephen Miller? Let me see. Okay. STEVENMILLER. Stephen Miller, the White House. Okay, let me see if I can find the brother. Stephen Miller, advisor. God, no, he's kind of young. He wasn't born till 85. Man, come on. We ain't that young anymore. Okay. Well, I don't see his number. On November the 13th, Trump confirmed Miller would serve as Deputy Chief of Staff. Okay. Well, I can't find the brother's number, but if I could find his number, I'm gonna call. Okay, we're just gonna get some satisfied here. All right then. All that waiting. Just so I didn't want to make a comment. I wanted to talk to the man. All right then. U.S. White House. I wonder, do we have a phone directory for the White House? Anybody know? No. They're just gonna put you on another line. And I can't really blame them. You have people like me calling all the time. White House official website, the White House, but I don't see anybody's number on here. Contact us. Okay, the same stupid number they give everybody. Okay, then I'm gonna have to call some favors in for some of my people out there. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. All right then, man, we got a lot of things going on here. All right then. Okay, I'll figure that out tomorrow. I'll see if I can find them. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope that day finds everybody doing well. Well, I did my due diligence right there to talk to the brother. You know, I went out there and tried to find him, wasting time down a rabbit hole. You're absolutely right. But hey, one thing happens if you don't try, nothing. So I'm good. So but now that I know who to call, see, because I don't like that at all. That doesn't. Now it seems that the waiting for the White House, they didn't answer. So okay, get rid of that one. You never saw Hitler do it. Well, that's true, but I have pictures of him, his speeches, and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, we've seen some things. And which one of the most famous stories about a young lady who had to hide out for 3 years, 4 or 5? What was her name? She hid out. What was her name? Because she was Jewish. You don't have enough money. That's probably true too. Because she was Jewish, she had to hide out. People had to put her up in their homes because of the Nazis. So, and who was the head and who was in charge of the Nazi Party? Okay, I mean, what was that woman's name? And her name is indelibly sketched into the history of our world because of the things she had to do to survive when she was over there. What was her name? Anne Frank. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Anne Frank. Okay, she was put in a very, very, very tough situation because she happened to be Jewish. And when it gets to the point in this country where people have to hide out because and they in America, yeah, I got a problem with that. I got. They may not be Americans, but that's okay. Hell, and everybody, nobody. It was born. Well, nobody. Well, most of us ain't Americans. I'm not. I'm American because I was born here, but not because I was. Not that I had some special blood type or anything like that. What did I expect? It said comment. Well, I thought I was going to talk to a human being and get to talk to somebody. I mean, I didn't think I don't need to wait on the phone for 20 minutes just to make a comment. I can just send that to a text or something. I mean, I don't need to do that. I thought I was going to talk to somebody. Okay. Talk to some. Okay. Well, I guarantee you tomorrow I'll have somebody because somebody needs to know how I feel about this. Okay? I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. Maybe I'll call Tuberville's office again. Maybe they'll call me back. I doubt it. But maybe they will and maybe they won't. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, moving on to other things. So now it seems that the women in Montgomery are getting just as bad as the guys. Okay. A 20-year-old woman is under arrest. Okay. And charged with firing a gun into an occupied dwelling, according to the Montgomery Police Department. Isabella Jose was arrested Tuesday in connection with the incident, which happened around 6 o'clock a.m. last Saturday morning in the 3100 block of Fredericksburg. So the women are just getting just as tough as the guys are now. Okay, they're just getting. They just I don't know. They're getting just as bad as the guys are now. Okay. U.S. jobs slows with just 22,000 positions added as unemployment rises to 4.3%, which is not, too bad. I mean, now if you need a job like I do, then that 4.3% has me in there. But it's not bad. I mean, for a country. And what I can't understand, if we now I will say one thing: if we do get rid of a lot of, but just because we get rid of illegal aliens in America, doesn't mean that these people who won't work going to decide all of a sudden they're going to decide to work. Still thriving off misery. I see. That is not true. And another thing too, something else came up last week. The fire department of Montgomery says we want to raise, and I'm for that. I mean, we can't keep just giving the fire. We can't just keep giving the police raises because we want to fill the ranks of the police force. Okay. Why don't we do a lateral transfer of people who want to be a policeman as opposed to a fireman? Yeah, I mean, listen. They go in harm's way too. They go in harm's way. They go in harm's way. And beside the police, who's the other person I want to see doing an accident? An ambulance guy. Okay. 2 years, 1 year, 3 years. It's still a long time to hide, Gary. It's still in a country. I mean, it's still terrible, And do we want our people here who come here for a better life to be treated that way? I don't believe so. I just don't believe so. I mean, let them. And again, and I'm still trying to ask the question before I get back to my main subject today. I'm still trying to ask the question: what is it that we are afraid of people coming to this country? It's not land. We got plenty of land. So what's the big deal if they come now? As long as I do believe you should come the right way. I do. I do believe the right way. But we've invited people in this country by default, by not handling our borders. Now hopefully we're doing that now. So, but we let them come in. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know if you have due process and you're not a citizen. Okay. I mean, due process is for citizens of the United States. That because they're the ones who are covered under the Constitution of the United States. Everybody else, however, I think they are covered under the humanitarian restraints that we have. But we don't have to let people in this nation because they just want to come. But if we do allow them in here by default by not protecting those borders, then we saying we are inviting them in by default. And so if we do let them in, now we act like the world's going to fall all apart because they happen to be here. And I just don't agree with that. Okay. And nobody's told me what the problem is. Okay. Because we got states right here that need some people to live in them, like Montana, Wyoming, too damn cold up there for me, and other places. So it ain't that we don't have the geography to support more people. We do. I mean, we can put everybody in the world standing shoulder to shoulder in California. It won't even take the whole state. If you did strictly by a numerical sequence and had people stand shoulder to shoulder, everybody, it wouldn't even take. Of course, somebody in Congress thought maybe the world would tip over if that happened. Okay, it won't. We still good. Okay, so are we really? Is there? And I really believe there's a little prejudice here. And you know what we mad at? You know what we mad at? You know what most Americans are mad at? Okay, most Americans are mad because we only speak one language. Okay. I mean, just tell the truth, shame the devil. We speak one language and we get mad at anybody else that comes over here. Okay. Show me in the Constitution, my friend, where the Constitution says that. The Constitution states that all individuals in the U.S. in U.S. soil receive due process. Show me where it says that. Due process doesn't mean they stay, but just show me where it says that. Due process doesn't mean that they stay. Due process means you go through a process to determine, okay, that you actually do or don't. Again. So if you show me that in the Constitution, I'll just shut up about it. Okay, I'll buy you lunch. Just show me where it says that. Okay, the 14th Amendment was made for Black people because they had earned their citizenship by being here, working this land, being treated like I don't know what. So that 14th, it wasn't for everybody else. And Trump is right about that. But me, if you allow me, then let them stay. Dr. Joe.
What do you not understand about getting rid of terrorists and
if the terrorists, I'm with you.
And criminals.
But if they're terrorists, and again, the word criminal to us is different than them over there. Some of these people have been abused, misused because of their government. So how do
you don't know that. You don't know that.
And we don't know that they are criminals.
But we know they're illegal, so we're shipping them out.
Okay. And again, then why do we let them in?
Biden let them in.
I'm with you. So essentially,
and just cause they came in under Biden doesn't mean that they get to stay here.
Well, again, though, can you tell me it doesn't mess with your palate to see us putting strips on people's hands and putting them in trucks? That doesn't bother you?
That doesn't bother me a bit. No. Does it bother you when the Montgomery police put somebody in handcuffs and takes them down there to the jail?
Well, that's because they've been charged with a crime.
Well, okay.
But this whole immigration thing is politics.
No. If you come into the United States illegal, why didn't they come through the regular port of entries?
And again, I do believe that they should do it the right way. But if you can't,
they can't listen. If they will self-deport, they can still come in the right way. Yeah, and we even pay them to go back. We can give them $1,000. How about that?
Are we? I'm just asking. Oh, that's pretty good. But I'm asking. Let me ask you this question, and I don't mean this in a condescending kind of way.
Okay.
Have we as Americans become narcissistic and arrogant at the same time as a nation?
Well, I don't know what that has to do with illegal immigration.
Because I mean, hey, the first people that came over from England were illegal aliens.
Settlers. settlers were settlers.
Well, they're not. Wait a minute. Why can't we call these people settlers?
Because we have an established nation. There wasn't an established nation here.
Well, the
there
Indians
was groups, there was tribes of people all over the place, but they didn't call themselves a nation. They didn't have national elections or anything. There's a difference. Go look it up.
Well, we have, and again, I hear what you're saying. We have structure. We have a government that is perceived, but then why do we let them? Why do we let the French?
Listen, we let thousands of legal aliens who apply every year. We let them in, Kevin. We let them in.
And it costs so much money to do it until the average hardworking person over there can't afford to get here.
Well, they can work a little longer and do it.
If they had the opportunity,
just like your wife did.
Yeah, but if they work in if they had the opportunities, they wouldn't be trying to get over here.
Well, they shouldn't be committing crimes in the first place, and in the second place, they need to come in a regular port of entry.
Well, now let me ask you a question. Then we're gonna now see. You make me go to a place I don't want to go, but you're making me go.
Okay. Well, I'll go there with you.
If coming here illegally, there should be a recompense to somebody for them coming. So, and on the other hand, then should all
we're going to fine them every day that they stay here that they're not supposed to be here.
Okay, so should America give black folks money for illegally bringing us here?
Well, who sold them? Who sold them to the
just because somebody does
who sold them?
Wait, just because somebody does something evil don't mean that you have.
And who ended slavery? Who ended slavery?
Well, I don't know.
All the European nations.
And again,
and the United States.
But again,
ended it.
Since we
except in what nation? What country? What continent?
Wait, logic. I mean, reason. If we were
logic and reason tells me that the continent of Africa is still selling slaves.
Well, they are. They're wrong. But again, though, we're the Christian nation, so we should not do those kinds of things. So I'm just saying, should black folk then get reparations for being brought here illegally?
Every person that was brought here illegal should get reparations. Do you know any? I don't know any.
If the court has,
do you know any?
Wait. In law, there's something called, I forgot what it means. It means if you started with what's the word I'm looking for? If you benefit from the crime, then you are just as guilty as a person.
I didn't benefit from any crimes, did you?
Well, not me, no. Not being black.
Okay, well there you go. There you go.
I think maybe though you have benefited somewhat.
How have I benefited?
Well, I'm just
my parents grew up dirt poor. My parents had to listen. They actually were the ones picking the cotton.
Mm-hmm. Well, so now somebody just wait. Somebody just puts us says settlers, not immigrants. By branding themselves settlers, they sidestep accountability for the invasion, theft, and genocide. The word itself is part of the hoodwink. so listen.
They can say that all they want, but hey. We were colonizers. We colonized these. We came in and created colonies.
Okay. All right. Again, though, I'm only going. If we should take all the illegal aliens out of here and send them back to where they're from, even though they're just trying for a better way of life, then somebody would have to say then black folks may not be all wrong about reparations because they were illegally became immigrants. So I mean, it's the same logic.
No. Hold on.
Well,
slavery was legal. It was legal under the United Kingdom, Great Britain, and then it was legal under the United States.
Okay, there are some countries in America, in the world, where you can marry a girl at 12 years old. That's legal. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right.
Well, what's right in that country may be different than what's right in this country.
I thought right was absolute and universal.
Not necessarily.
Now, what is legal? But what is right is a moral issue. What is legal is a man-made construct. But what is right?
Tell me why we should why I should pay somebody. Has any of the people in Africa paid reparations to Africans for selling Africans to America?
Well, again, I'm gonna say maybe they wasn't as smart as we are.
Oh, so you're saying black people aren't as smart as white people?
I'm just saying the culture over there.
I hear you. I heard you say it.
The culture over there is a hell of a lot different than ours is over here as black people. And again, I don't want to go back over there. I ain't missing nothing over there. But I'm saying if we're gonna use the same logic you use about sending people back home because they're here illegally, then one must say, then if all the black will do.
Oh, so you think we ought to send black people back to Africa? Is that what you're saying?
No,
they tried that at one time. What was it? Liberia?
Right, but that's my issue, though. I'm not from Africa. Okay,
I'm not either.
My lineage is from Africa, but I'm not from. I was born here in South Bend, Indiana. I'm as American.
I was born right here in Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, I'm just saying that you can't have two standards, though. If what is being,
yeah, you can.
Well, you
listen.
can.
If Washington didn't have double standards, they wouldn't have any standards at all.
Well, that's true too. Okay. Listen, all right, appreciate it. We can talk about this some other time. But anyway, yeah, so we were doctor said we're colonizers, huh? Let me see. Calling them colonizers that strips away the spin, the forces of the truth back into the language, land theft, genocide. Although I will say one thing. I don't know how anybody can own land. I just, how can you own something that was here before you got here, that was not created by you? So I don't think you can own land. I think it's a construct. I believe that the government should be able to divide that land so everybody can get a fair share. But owning, I don't think nobody owns. And you can't put it in the casket with you when you leave. The minute you hit pay dirt, somebody else owns your land. It ain't your land. But anyway, interesting. Interesting. They killed, stole, broken treaties, and diseased the rest of us. Well, I think diseases have been going on since mankind has been here, and we started eating animals and things of that nature. So I don't know. But I will say one thing: you can't have it both ways. You cannot want to ensure one group of people do well at the behest of somebody else. Okay, so I've got no problem with all that stuff going on. But anyway, I guess I got to go now because I started too early, and I can only have this thing go for 2 hours. So I got to run. But I thank you guys for hanging out with me. Tomorrow I'll start at 8 o'clock. It's going to go from 8 to 10 from now on. 8 to 10. Not 9 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. That's too early to get up. 8 to 10, and we'll be here tomorrow. The good Lord says the same. And right now, I got to get out of here and go look for a job. Okay, I'm going to do my Uber thing today. See what happens. I'll let you know. Somebody might say, "Hey, you're that guy that's on the Reddit." Yeah. Well, let me give you a job. Okay, right on. We'll see about that. Anyway, guys, have a great day, and remember. My words of wisdom as I leave this show every morning is this. It is not the falling down that gives you the strength. It is the getting up every time you do that does. So all I can tell you today, the word of the day is keep getting up. If you fall, get right back up. You don't fail until you quit. So don't ever quit. We see you tomorrow. The good Lord says the same. Have a great day.